Siberian will fear with the game 7 Legacies. Let me go ahead and start out with the intro for you so you can get a basic understanding as to what the game is about. Welcome to 7L. This is a role-playing game based on a parallel paradoxical universe in which you can become a human orphan, a beast of the land, or a monster of creation. This game uses a 3d6 combat feature with a random percentile chance system designed with your fun in mind. The humans were mutated by the land based on where they lived, separated into 3 races: elf, dwarf, and Watrarian. Elves of the land, dwarves of the earth, and Watrarians of the water. The beasts are governed by the TMs of the universe, separated and judged into good, neutral, and bad alignments, as well as clans. Every day more beasts are discovered, rated, and tagged, so all may see what beasts can do. Many beasts are captured and used in mage battles using varying styles of clickers. Most are sold as tools or slaves, while others are free or befriended by many. Dragons are god and king of monsters in the sky, so they catalog their subjects by categories of such. Main monsters: humans, beasts, monsters, plants, and the official land catalog. The background of this realm is as follows. In a world once ravished by Odin, demon of 7 elements, it all started once Odin Garan died 35 years ago. 3 years after he rose again with demons at his command from the whole, they attacked all nations. Firenaka. They withstood their Odin attack by the power of Odin heat versus Essentra. The Agua, the pure strength of fluid Vatasan versus Fireton. The Army, a sacrifice of Lieutenant Barrage against Engethra. Using the unlimited supply he saved in his body, he's perfectly preserved deep within the lake. They used what Renula taught them about Merlove against Prakio and locked him away forever in the stars. And Gethtun summoned a dragon in hopes to defeat the dragons, but it turned on them, so they created a spine ridge of mountains where the dragon slept, and laid it upon its back. Darest were the bravest of all. They attacked and took the Ipril of the Hole, or the Gate, and held back demons and the other fiends as Garoon Maston set up his machine used to seal off the hole, made of spirit glass, and a machine called New Breath. As it closed, Arigia sought out to capture the demons roaming the land till they could be killed or placed back in the hole. One demon escaped from the entrancements placed upon them in the 10 years. Time is short. A demon slayer needs to be brought to this realm, so that way God and the land can be clean, and a God can be free. In this realm, this book right here will actually determine what your race is, what your main element type is, and what your main quest is. For the dwarves, they are in search of a orc to give an item to end the orc hunts. The elves, they are in search of ore, and they are fighting entities, which is this creature here. The entity's blade and skirt combined makes demon ore, which can be stretched and manipulated to any size or shape. The Betrarians. They're just trying to get where they are trying to go. And that's all. This is a character sheet. Pretty easy, simple. You have 4 spells right here that you can use on command. You'll have the name, the role of its spell, and the effect of the spell. Over here you have followers times town equals BP. Your amount of followers is determinable by how many people see you as a hero. And towns are in the same way. You must become a town hero to gain a town. Your cap determines how many points you may use in your elements. You have blood and blood loss, as well as HP. 100 blood equals 1 HP. And then we have speed per block. Your mag determines extra damage points you can use in multiplication to your spell damage. Strength is points that you can use in multiplication to your physical damage. Your wisdom bar. If I needed to roll a 7, and I did not want to roll this 1 to try and get another 1 to have max number, I could use my wisdom points to spend to gain 1 more point on my die by spending 1 point from my wisdom. That would increase it to 7, and I would continue to be able to walk. Your AC will determine how many actions you can do per your turn. The AAC is determinable by how many actions you can do per action. And the UA is universal actions that you can use during your opponent's turn or during any time. You always want to have a mind storage, otherwise you may lose your mind if you do not have enough control points when you face someone in a porco or telepathy battle. Over here we have your bank. We have gold, crystal, gem, shatter shard, madroin, 50, circled madroin, paralleled madroin, and starred madroin. Each one of the stars on the madroin gains an additional 0. So a base madroin is 10. A star madroin is 100. So that means each star will give it an additional 0. So a 2-star madroin would be 1,000. Your age, vision, and stealth will assist you through many quests. Your EXP, LV, rank, level to UP will gain you additional rewards to be able to set up your character how you want it, so that you can gain the race bonuses how you wish. Your BP and RP are usable as reward points. BP is usable on your sheet, and RP is usable for items. Here, your race, height, skin color, hair length, weight, eye color, hairstyle, and hair type, as well as your makeup war paint, and your freckles and gender will determine how you are treated as soon as you interact with someone. Your sing proficiency determines whether or not you can make new spells without having the knowledge. Common sense, well, that's common sense. That can be used to make it to where you do not have to roll for a common sense check. Agility. Of course, agility. You can use that to be able to dodge things, move out of the way fast, or be able to climb up a wall or jump from a rope or something like that. Intel. Points you can use to be able to get information you normally cannot obtain through other means. Power. If you need to open a door or move something that you normally cannot move, you would use power points. Control is determinable by your porco points. If you have no porco points, you have no control points. Control points determine how well you are able to control your mind. Your classes will determine what your race is basically all about. So, for example, if you are a dwarf smither, people will understand immediately that you know how to craft weapons, you know where to find ore, and you know how to mend weapons that have been damaged. Your studies will take you throughout your entire quest. Your studies are very independent on what you wish to do. All the studies in this world that we live in, as well as many other minuscule studies, as in herbology, brewology, farming, bottling, scribeship, dragon lore. You can learn by having a study. If you do not have a study, you go to Granuland School and you learn that way. It is the most efficient way to be able to learn anything you need to learn within this game. Since you will become a human, you will have base side boost for your rank if you have any. Once per rank, you'll gain your bonuses. In order to determine your HP, you must add your strength and all of the elements. In order to find out your mag, you must find the 4 basic elements, and that is your points. There is no breast size. There is no butt size. There is no hip size. That was from a past variation. Because you chose human and not a beast or a monster, you can choose one of these every LV, and every level, per number of level, you get that bonus. They do stack. As well as your elven bonuses, your elf bonuses. You also have dark elf, which elves normally start out as females. You must go to Mage Cove in order to widen and change into a dark elf and become a male. Watrarian. A Watrarian is basically a human mixed and breeded with fish, basically. So basically, Watrarians have the most odd and customizable features within the game. You could become part fish, part squid, part shark. You could become part all 3 of them if you wish. There's many variations that you can do with Watrarians that give you extra bonuses. You have your Watrarian Guard, and you have your Dwarven bonus. But in order to become a Dwarven, you must first become Dwarf. Same thing with Dwarf, every LV and every level, except you get a personal armor ticket, which means you get to make your own armor. Every 100 you gain a new class. But the most important thing is your classes. There are many variable classes to be able to combine into, and they are all stackable within one another. Just because you are a mage does not mean you cannot pick up warrior equipment, because there is no such thing. You can choose the equipment that you wish, how you wish to play. Your Betrayerian classes. And lastly, you have your rogue classes. If you choose to be part rogue, you have a chance to become mod and part of other things within the game. Here we have armor separated from free to LV 0 through 15, LV 16 to 40, LV 41 to 65, LV 66 to 89, and LIT armor tier, which is lost in time armor tier, LV 90 through 99. Here we have the weapons, 0 through 10 for LV, and then we have weapons 11 through 30 LV. And then we have LV 31 through 50. We have LV 51 through 70, LV 70 through 90, LV 90 through 99, and then Mystic Tier Legendary Weapons. The armors and the weapons are both combinable however you wish, as long as you add the dice for its damage. You summarize. So for example, if you was going to go kunai mixed with a long sword, you would have a 3d10 plus a 3d6 damage boost. That is only acceptable when you use the kunai option on the sword. Otherwise, it's just a regular long sword with a 3d10. One of our alpha and beta players have made an electric katana bow that shoots an electric katana off of a bow. It does a D12 for electric damage, 3d6 for base damage, and a D percentile for damage. You can literally take anything and make anything. This is the land of Rigron. My bad. This is the land of Erigia. Over here we have the arena, Mage Cove. We have the Conversary Stone, Mount Tons, and Granuland. And here we have the hole in which the entities and demons are leaking out of and destroying this realm. From the arena to Granuland, using these roads connecting to the cities, is 470 miles. There are 3 additional dimensions available within this game, and there are many options for how you play within this game. You can start basically anywhere you wish if you have the requirements needed. Here you have your coin system, which is right here. As you can see, you have your gold coins right here. They are worth 1 penny. Then you go up to crystal, 10 cents. Gem is worth $1. Then you have the shatter shards, which the shatter shards are actually little devices that you can plug into your phone and combine with different shatter shards to be able to play how you wish on the go. We have 50 pieces which you can connect the correct pieces and send them in and turn them from 50 cents to 50 cents. We have circled madroins, which are worth 25 cents, and parallel madroins called wadroins. They are tokens. And then you have your basic 1-star madroin that's worth 100. Each star adds 0 to CV number, which is cash valued number. With this coin system in hand, this is where you would place it when you obtain it before you bring it to the bank. Your 50 is, of course, 50. Your circled madroin is 250. And your parallel madroin is 100. This right here is rigatonielli, the language of the stars. Within this game, there are many variables to be able to play. Basic is a 3d6 with a percentile. Percentile. Forgetting one, my friend. Now the colors. We do actually have dice essence for the dies, which means you can take the color of the dies that you have and combine them with the elements available to be able to make your damage output even more insurmountable. The numbers within this game can go up past the billions if you use your elements correctly. So for example, if I'm going to take a regular dagger and I say I have 100 air and 100 eerie, if I roll them die and it matches out to 100, for example, I spend 100 air and spend 100 eerie. I start to get my blade heated up, and I use air to be able to make it slash through the wind even faster to be able to get to its destination and burn the subject at hand. 100 times 100 times 100 is a billion. You can use your element points to add multiplication of damages if you need to defeat a certain type of enemy. You have your basic beast encounter, monster encounter, human encounter, and item encounter. Just by rolling a percentile, you have your chance of meeting one of them 9 creatures in this land, I should say. Or 3 chances to find an item. Basic understanding of the coin system, once again. If you are an orphan, which all humans are orphans, you gain 300 gold per session. One session is 1 hour. You can cut that session down to 30 minutes if you wish, but there is so much within this game, I would suggest having 1 hour just to have your fun in mind. You can charm, hide, listen, move quietly, see or look. You have exhaustion saves, agility rolls. You have aim and accuracy, strength checks. You have the ability to disable traps, have time saves, porco saves, which is telepathy. You have spell sing, which helps increase your singing proficiency. your walk check, which you have to have 6 or higher, your turn number, which is a D12. You can startle, but you have to beat the TM of the game. To spend blood, percentile, burning, and venom is available. You can change your form. Your heat index is determinable by a D10. And your memory check, if you chose no on a memory bank, you have to get 7 or higher. Block movement is a D10. For the TMs, gold, D10 for when you are giving rewards, and D10 for EXP. You can add an additional percentile to the end of that to increase rewards for your players. Your EXP, you gain no bonus. Plus 1 LV, you gain 50 to your cap. Plus 1 rank, 100 to any stat. Plus 1 level. Remove 0 from all stats. That means from your entire sheet, all zeros are gone. No matter where they are, all zeros on your sheet, gone. Except for your damage rolls and your item infos. When you get a UP, you reduce your cap by 1 million and add 50,000 gold to your bank and a D8 to BP. When you are maxed on UP, rank, level, LV, and EXP, you have an option to roll a D1 to remove all numbers on sheet. To multiply die number. Then add 987 to one stat choice. This is basically what you would concern yourself as ascending. Once you get maxed out in your EXP column, you have a chance to meet one of the 21 stars and wish upon a star what you wish. Mag points. They are the element points used times D6. Cannot exceed mag points. So basically, if you want to use your mag points to deal additional elemental damage, you roll a D6, and that's what you expend out of your mag. HP, 100 element, the 8 elements plus strength. Your cap has a cap of 2 million. Your actions have a max of 10 actions per turn. Your wisdom can be used to add to a roll. Use it wisely. It cannot be re-added. BP is explained as usable points gained by hero work or mage detail. The plants. If you roll and find yourself picking up a plant, you have many options to find a food plant, a sight or vision plant, a money plant, a porco plant, ligrathra plant, a merlove plant, a breath plant, air plant, fly plant, ice plant, Watson plant, eerie plant, crafting plant, a earth plant, or an energy plant. Or you can even find a CC plant, which your CC is your encounter counter. It starts out with the red mist. If you roll a 1, You must face Alucard the Red Mist. He is a very volatile Leiden vampire that has a power over Leiden blood and mist. He can change into any form, and he has the Mirror of Dimensions and can go through time and affect time how he sees fit. Then we have you find gold. You meet a human. You meet a beast. You meet a monster. You interact with a star, so that means you actually ascend if you find a CC plant, and you roll for a star. You can find a item, an entity, which is one of these. A very volatile creature. Their arms can stretch to whatever length they wish, and they hide in the shadows. Their eyes can shoot plasma beams, called Ula rays. You can find a plant, which is how you find one of these. You can get a new quest, find ore, or an orc. An